uh, oh, yo, hey, yeah, appreciate you. Dang, off the rip. I'm sorry, I did King. Shout out to the sub. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, this intro is mad scatterbrained, but fuck it, it's all right. We're here, episode 9. I'm feeling fine. We doing good right now. When easy. No cooldown is back for this week. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty solid. I'm feeling great actually. I'm feeling pretty good.
It's been a pretty up week. I'm not gonna lie. Like I didn't expect there to be as much news and just discourse about gaming shit this week as there was. Aside from the actual game drops and everything, of course, because Seafood and came out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of different stuff in the pipeline that came out for this month. Like a lot of shit. But we here, man. We here. It's been a good week.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
I'm excited for the things to come.
For sure. But before we get into all these big ass topics that we were talking about, let's get a little warm up in. Let's talk about some of the stuff that we got on the warm up this week. So first and foremost, man, after a 20-year illustrious year captivating the gaming scene, the U.S. military-produced game America's Army is set to close its servers on May 5th of this year. So the free-to-play tactical shooter actually was shown to be the most effective form of Army advertising. So it was like the best thing that they ever rolled out for whatever fucking Army stuff that they did. But don't worry, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys are clamoring, chomping at the bit for more America's Army games. So their sequel, America's Army Proving Grounds, has about 300 people playing on the servers right now. So you can still chat it up with some base bunnies and claim your virtual Camaro today. How are you feeling about this, man? It's a sad day, honestly. I might have to just salute because crazy.
Why? I didn't know that this thing existed.
Bro, I don't like this.
I don't like this at all. Actually, it's just like I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. I mean, rip to them, I guess, but like that's kind of all right. Like this game better be like whatever. There's just so much to unpack about the fact that I didn't know that this was a thing. Like there's just I feel so uncomfortable that there's unless it's like, hey, bro, just for people who are in the army, like, oh, you can like meet up with your army buddies. But it's like anybody. So it's like if you're a kid and you don't have money for like Call of Duty, you can play a free-to-play game that is like run by the people who want to hire you to go overseas. That's kind of weird. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable with that.
Bro, like specifically, like, no, this was a specific advertising tactic by the military to be like, yo, hey, y'all, you know what I'm saying? If y'all want to play them other games, shit, y'all got to pay money. You can come in here, play this free to play game. Then you like drive the Humvee. You know what I'm saying? They had like different roles and stuff, be a medic or whatnot. Like not like actually in game, but just generally. And then you fought some, vaguely obscure military force, which is like, honestly, that is like, damn, that's real picturesque if you ask me. So shit just looked real funny in the light, bro. I'm sorry. Like that's crazy. And to my surprise, they had sequels for this, and they still have a sequel out right now that's still playing. Like has 300 people. Thank goodness, not so many. But damn, like people getting low key indoctrinated to be like, yo, you know what? Maybe I should do this in real life. Maybe I should.
Like seeing army commercials in my PlayStation store was like, seeing that is a little like that. Even that, when I used to see that, I'm like, oh, this is kind of weird. Whatever. I'm just gonna scroll by and look for the deals that I'm here for. But playing a whole army game that I'm pretty sure isn't a realistic depiction of what it's like to be in the army, run by the army, that's kind of weird. That's kind of weird.
It's kind of sus, bro. It's kind of sus. That's all I'm saying. It's like I feel like I've seen a commercial on this, not like this random army commercials, but specifically one on this where it's like, yo, I actually play the game. I think I've seen that several times over the years. I'm just like, I don't want to play that shit. Y'all don't got no perks. Y'all don't got no Call of Duty kill streaks, bro. What the hell wrong with y'all, bro? Like that gameplay mid, dog. Y'all can't even simulate this joint right. Whatever.
It's just weird because it's like y'all have been in real combat. Y'all shouldn't. You know how bad it is, so to make a game out of it, I don't know, it's kind of disrespectful, but it is what it is, I guess.
Bro, I mean, if y'all made like a Space Force version, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I'd tap in, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, but yeah, I don't know, bro. Y'all wilding, bro. I'm just saying. A wise sage once said ages ago, I'll serve crack before. Never mind. I'm not even gonna finish the quote. I'm not gonna finish the quote, boy. I'm not gonna finish the quote.
That's so funny.
Anyways, on to the second little piece of the warm up. So I really guess the star of the upcoming Hedgehog sequel wasn't getting paid enough, so he resorted to drastic measures. So in DeLand, Florida, this past couple of weeks, because of course it had to be Florida. What other place in the world would it be? A bank robbery attempt was made by a man who decided to wear a Sonic mask and threaten a teller with a hammer. Now, it was unclear if Sonic got any money out of the situation before he fled, but he escaped. And now the DeLand Police Department are searching for him, according to the latest reports. So Sonic is on a run. I don't know what he's doing in between filming shoots and all that stuff like that, but he's threatening people with a hammer in DeLand, of all places, Florida, DeLand, Florida, and he's just trying to get money out people. What's going on?
Sonic being on the run is not something that I'm surprised about whatsoever. That's kind of his thing. Money is also Sonic's actual life force. Without the rings, he actually dies. So again, if anything, we should have expected this from Sonic. I think that we should have seen this coming a mile away.
Hey, yo, catch him raiding the K Jewels in the mall next time, bro. You trying to get all them gold rings, bro.
All the emeralds.
This is serious. It's serious. Emeralds, all that shit, bro. He need that.
He needs it. We knew
run
this.
them pockets. Facts. Run them pockets, please. Like, I'm sorry. I see now. I was like, bruh, like Sonic, Florida, and just robbery. I was like, yo, this shit just makes sense for us, doesn't it? It just makes sense for Florida. Like, I sometimes, like, I'm just like, yo, association with this state is hell. Cause you get automatic slander, bro. You get automatic, but I don't claim the state, bro. I don't claim the state. I claim adjacency around Disneyland, nigga. That's like a safe area, I guess. I don't know what to say about Sonic or whatever they doing out here, bro. But trust me, like Florida is a wild place, bro. Random side story. I remember, like, I don't know if I told this to you, but I remember I was in college, right? And I was just like up late night. I was like literally just studying, chilling in the crib, right?
Yeah.
And I get a text alert. You know how like colleges give you text alerts for any like disturbances or police reports
like
or whatever?
Public safety or whatever.
Yeah, public safety. Literally, I get an alert at like 12:47. And it was like, oh yeah, Southwest such and such. Bojangles Bojangles robbed by a man with AK-47. Suspect currently on run. And it was like, you know what I'm saying? Police covering scene. I was like,
that's insane.
So many questions. Why that Bojangles? Because that Bojangles was mid. Oh my gosh. I tried it once. That shit was ass. So why you fight? Why? Two AK-47 for a Bojangles. Like, if you was raiding a Chick-fil-A that's down the street, I understood you get the AK, bro. You need to make sure because somebody might have some under the tuck.
Yeah.
But a Bojangles, they don't even got no damn batons in there, bro. The Bojangles ain't worth that.
Yeah.
Somebody must have been desperate. I was second guessing my whole life, bro.
It's wild. I remember around me, because I live in PA, this lady pulled a gun out at a Chipotle because they weren't making her order the way she wanted. And I was just like, there's no way.
Guac? Where's the guac?
You know what I'm saying? Like, you pulled the Glock for the guac. That's actually what happened.
Hey.
And that's what's crazy to me. Like, I was sitting there like, these like, imagine telling her like, I'm gonna have to charge you extra for anything. Like, no, she pulled a gun out on me. Like, I don't care about this job.
Listen, that's why I got the extra clip for you. I ain't charging like, shit. You're not charging shit. You're not charging nothing. Excuse me. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no freaking way, bro. That's wild, man. Florida is a special place. Very, very special. Anyways, on to the second to last story of the warm up. So basically, we talked a little bit last week, I believe, about Battlefield's current situation and how it's currently, in the mud. And there's been a petition going around. There's actually been a petition being signed by thousands of people demanding that EA issue refunds for people who purchased 2042. And some of the reasoning stated, and I quote, EA's release of Battlefield 2042 was a mockery of every customer who purchased the video game for $70 due to EA's false advertising. Battlefield 2042 has cost customers millions of dollars in damages and upset thousands of customers worldwide. Now the petition, like, it's over 160,000, like, per people. People are like, over 160K have signed this petition, bro. Like, it's real. It's real in the field, bro.
As they should, because
it's tough.
I haven't signed it, but I need to go sign it because I'm one of those 160,000 people who feels that I need to get my fucking money back. Because the shit doesn't work. Like, I don't know what more. Like, the only reason this isn't as big of Cyberpunk 2077's mess up is because Cyberpunk did it first. That's why. And like, in some cases the shit works, but everybody's disappointed. I haven't heard not one person. Like, look at the build up to the game and then now look at it a few months after. It's a live service game too, so don't hit me with it's been a few months since it came out. No, like, the game still would have value now because people are still playing fucking Warzone. So like, look at how fast all the people who said I literally cannot wait for this game to come out, and see how many times you see that game even mentioned. The only time you see it mentioned is a negative thing.
I seen one person play it on Twitch for like 5 minutes. Like I think I kept getting like raided into other streams.
Yeah.
And I saw this dude playing. I was like, what the fuck?
Is that Battlefield?
It's real? Like he can play it? Like dog. Like it baffled me. It honestly baffled me, man. I was like, there's absolutely no way that people are playing this like right now. But
And
I'm like, hey, listen, this is what it is.
Like I keep going to check to see if it works, and it's
still shoddy, man. And no new content's coming either. So it's like, bro, EA devs have been like, not that devs, EA like hire us and be like, yo, this shit was disappointing. We gonna keep pushing. I don't know what they doing, bro. But we not, you know what I'm saying, putting too much credence into us. Apex and shit is going. We gotta focus on this.
it's
So
crazy.
they don't care necessarily. You know what I'm saying? The dev team's trying to work day and night to go fix all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And people are throwing on the phone, they want their money back. It's a real critical situation for them, bro. It's a real critical situation. Like, damn. Battlefield, y'all in the trenches. But speaking of, you know what I'm saying, EA shooters that didn't fail, let's talk about Apex Season 12, because, you know, Defiance started off pretty hot, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Control LTM is now out. You know what I'm saying? People are dropping into the new Olympus map, going crazy on all these types of different rank splits and, you know, different modes and shit like that. The new Legend, Mad Maggie's in there. A whole bunch of changes and stuff have happened. I just want to get your quick thoughts on, you know, what you feel about the season so far.
I actually can't stop playing it. It's actually funny because when I got home at like 5 o'clock and I made coffee. It was like 5:10, and I was like, damn, do I have enough time to play a game of Control before the podcast? Like, I'm so serious. I can't stop playing it. So far it's been one of the smoother launches. Not fully smooth though, because there was like I don't even know if it was not this morning. Yeah, like
yesterday.
Yesterday night, I was told the game kept crashing for everybody else, and then like not yesterday morning as well. Like I tried to get on, not yesterday morning, the morning after the release. I want to say Wednesday. I tried to get on that morning, and it wouldn't let me play any character that wasn't already free when you first download the game. Like it wouldn't let you see your account and like who you have unlocked and shit. So it's just so it was like Pathfinders and like Bloodhounds. Like it was just like the basic of the basics. There was one game we were playing where like we got kicked out. Like the game would literally freeze. It would kick us out. We would come back in, like the whole server would do that. So I was in the middle of a fight with an Octane, and it was so funny because like I jumped in and we were like shotgunning each other, and then boom, get kicked out, come back in. I load back in front of him. He has his gun, and I see him load back in as well. And then we start fighting each other again. And I was just like, this is horrible. But it's not as bad as
Matrix.
Yeah, like it's not as bad as other launches. Control is an amazing mode. It's taught me a lot about how to play the game itself and like how much I need to work, what I need to work on, what I need to improve, what guns I'm good with, etc., etc. I think it's an amazing mode. Even if it's not here permanently, I would love for it to pass through every so often. Like if we want to take it out for 20 days and then bring it back every other 20 days or whatever, I completely understand. I just think that it just gives you a lot of information as like a player. Like this gives you like a playground to work with. Like it's not like it's not like the shooting range where all you do is shoot stationary targets. It's like you get to actually fight against other Apex players and see what you need to work on, what you need to improve on. Because one thing I noticed about a lot of Apex players, they love to do that. They'll shoot you here and then they love to like duck down. So like that's something I'm working on. Is like just hitting because you see it all the time, and they do the freaking like you know how to play against players.
Little jiggle aim and stuff like that. Trying to like it just moves with them. Yep. 100%. I agree. So far season started off hot. Like I really love Control. Like when the randoms aren't stupid.
Oh my god,
Control's fantastic. And we talked about this one. We already know, like you already explained it beautifully. I'm just like, randoms are so stupid sometimes, and it's like, y'all can't play an objective. Y'all literally be sitting there like wallowing in your self pity and just general obscurity and not go nowhere. But it's like it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Like I am very very confused at some of these randoms. But aside from that, from what I've seen from Mad Maggie, she plays fantastically. Like it's dope to see like just how it is, like straight, like dead ass, like high impact gameplay. Like it's dope. I love to see like her new skill. Just the whole fire drill is just fucking amazing. I'm like, yo, root these motherfuckers out. I'm tired of camping. I'm tired of all that stuff, bro. Get them out of there. Get them out of there. Move it.
It was something we needed.
Facts. New map so far. I'm liking all the changes to Olympus. It's looking pretty good, man. So far, so good for me. I cannot complain. And like literally, like Sifu and Apex is like dominating my time right now. Literally. That's the only split. The only thing Apex has to stand in his way is Sifu. And Sifu, like once I beat it, you know what I'm saying, I can literally backseat it, and it's gonna be like rank split time. So we gonna be on it, man. We gonna be on it.
The only
But
thing.
anyway,
What I was gonna say, like the only thing that I would love is for
Yeah.
crypto, because they changed them so you can throw your drone out. I want more distance. I want it to fly a little bit further. But that's just
yeah,
me.
it wasn't. It wasn't as far as I thought it would be, because I saw somebody literally throw it out in the game, and I was like, I thought it was gonna be a little bit more, I guess, dynamic when he threw it out. But it was just like
It's
there,
it's
and
just
it's like it's really simple as movement. It's not like very slow. I thought it'd be at least a little bit faster. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand they want to make it predictable just to shoot it down, stuff like that, and so you can leave it.
Yeah.
But I was like, damn, maybe a little bit more of a buff on that end for the movement speed.
For sure.
Yeah, but we see, man. So far, so good. Defiant. So far, so good. Cannot fault you. But let's get into all the main topics for this week, man. Let's talk about it. First and foremost, dang, Nintendo. Let's talk. So this week we had a chance to see the latest and greatest from Nintendo during their February Direct presentation, and we want to run down all of the announcements and how we felt about them. So we're gonna start from the biggest ones, go on down to some of the smaller ones of what we saw. So let's start off with Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So that was the biggest reveal, kind of saved it at the end for everybody. It's been a few years since the second one. Let's see, what was it called? So basically, we're stepping into the shoes of protagonist Noah and Mio. You see all the flute players, you know what I'm saying, going crazy on that future song and shit right there in the trailer. They're going to be the main characters amid tensions between hostile nations of Kevez and Agnes. It's said to be set in a new world with connections to the first two games. The trailer showed off a lot of new story, characters, and settings to get into, and is releasing September 2022. Thoughts on this win?
Xenoblade Chronicles is actually one of the only games that I regret selling as a Switch owner, because I only ever owned 10 physical Switch games because I don't need more than that, and I will sell them when I want to buy a new game. So it is an amazing franchise that I feel like doesn't get enough like attention from most people, because it's a JRPG and it's very long, and like the combat isn't like super intuitive and stuff. It's really interesting. It's such a great game. I think it's amazing. I can't wait for 3, but every time a new Xenoblade game comes out, I always think the same thing. Damn, I gotta go beat, like, because I played 2 and I haven't beat 1, I haven't beat 2, and now 3 is dropping, and I don't know when I'm gonna play that. It says September 2022. Man, there's so many JRPGs that I need to beat, and it's just like they just keep adding more and more to my plate. Like, I haven't even touched Tales of Arise. I don't even have plans on buying it because I'm just so broke. Like, I don't even have just so much time you need to spend for these games. Like, but I'm really excited because it looks good. Like, those games are super cool. So I'm excited to see Xenoblade is still on the Nintendo roster of like franchises that they're caring about.
Absolutely. I'm like, yo, I haven't played the Xenoblade Chronicles series or any Xenoblade or Xenogears and stuff like that from the past, but I've always known it's like, yo, solid series and stuff. It's like one I'm like, I regret just not getting into again, because I didn't usually have the platforms to match at the time, or like I wasn't interested, or just like things just crossed his paths, like our paths just crossed, like our mid just missed and stuff like that. But that's one I want to get into, and I'm pretty sure, like, I literally actually got to go text my friend. This one friend I know from high school and stuff. Like, this man's super Nintendo fan. Like, that's damn near like all he plays. And I bet money he did a damn backflip. I gotta go text him, because I usually text him every direct and be like, yo, what the fuck is going on, bro? Like, how you feeling? Like, I'm about to say, been roasting his ass since fucking Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze and shit like that. But Xenoblade looks like really good. It looks pretty solid. And again, September 22, it's gonna be a pretty quick turnaround. So it's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good. Nintendo seems to have this one on lock. So no complaints from me on this side. Wow. In one of the funnier swerves of the show, so Nintendo announced 9 plus 39 other tracks, count them in total, that's 48, that will be releasing for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pack through 2023. So y'all wasn't getting Mario Kart 9, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all wasn't getting that, bro. So the tracks they announced for the first wave of drops that will be coming soon will be Paris Promenade for Mario Kart Tour, Toad Circuit for Mario Kart 3DS, Choco Mountain for Mario Kart 64, Coconut Hall for Mario Kart Wii, Tokyo Blur for Mario Kart Tour, Shroom Ridge for Mario Kart DS, Sky Garden for Mario Kart Advance, and Ninja Hideaway for Mario Kart Tour. The pack's going to run you about $24.99. People who have the Nintendo Switch Online and expansion version will get it for free. And the track will drop in waves. It will drop 6 waves of several tracks. And the first one will be coming with March 18th with the tracks that I just named above. So thoughts on this one?
So it's like a double-edged sword, and I've seen a lot of people are kind of split with the they're kind of split on the whole thing, because it's like, on one hand, we don't get a new Mario Kart, which is kind of ass. But on the other hand, you get new Mario tracks, so it's like more content for Mario Kart. I'm in the middle of it. I don't really necessarily want it. So I remember the reason that I watched this like interview, and I can't remember where it was, but if I'm not mistaken, they were saying that the reason they make a new Mario Kart game is to push the boundaries of the game. So they're like, with 7 they brought gliders, with 8 they brought zero gravity and things like that. I think one of them, I think 3DS was the one where they went underwater. I'm not sure. But they push the boundaries of these games. So when they don't drop Mario Kart 9, it's a little sad, but I'm also like, I wouldn't want them to just release Mario Kart 9 and it be the same basic gameplay as 8, and then it just be more tracks or whatever. I'm fine with this. Like, if they don't have anything for 9 right now, they don't have any ideas or whatever, like, keep working on it or whatever, or just keep it on the back burner. I'm fine with more tracks, because honestly, they could fit all the tracks from all the other Mario Kart. There's so many tracks that we're still missing. Like, we don't got DK Mountain, we don't have a lot of other tracks that I love as growing up as a kid. So like, I'm not against this, and I think the price, $24 for 48 tracks, like that $25 for 48 tracks, that's basically like, that's less than $1 a track, which is crazy when you think about how much an entire course changes the game for Mario Kart. I would love to see more carts added or something, or something more, maybe a new character or whatever, but I think that this is a pretty solid expansion for the game. $25, I don't have to buy a whole new $60 game. I get to play this online with all my friends again. Like, it gives new life to that Mario Kart game that everybody still, till this day, people are still playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So it's like, why wouldn't I want more, But it does suck that we don't have a 9.
Facts. That's facts. For me, I can be quick about this. I'm laughing because some niggas really, really, really hope for 9, and that's funny to me, because I was like, y'all know damn well Nintendo is not doing that shit.
Yeah,
they're not doing that fucking shit. They're gonna do it when they're damn well ready. It's gonna not be today. It's not even gonna be. I said it. I was like, yo, 2024 or 2025 is when you'll hear about Mario Kart 9.
You're like more optimistic than me.
Yeah, hey, listen, and there it is. That's my natural disposition, and that's even still like a year and a half away. That's just crazy. But I'm like, again, for Mario Kart 9 hopes, I'm like, yo, listen, my idea, again, it's pretty much the same as everybody's idea. Mario Kart switch seats, nigga, bring back Double Dash concept, bring all that shit back, and it's good. You're fine. Do that, and then everybody will go crazy. That's that. For 2, this whole pack, I'm like, again, considering all the tracks that they're gonna drop, like a whole, again, they're gonna keep this joint alive for at least another year and a half. They said that they're gonna see this through to by like 2023, so whenever the packs drop. So this is keeping the game alive with a whole bunch of new tracks everybody plays. So it's like literally like the top, I guess, the best iteration of content you can add to the game, aside from new racers or something like that, or new characters, tracks. So it seems like a good deal for everybody who like consistently plays Mario Kart, which is a lot of fucking people. And you're just keeping the game, you're moving it forward. So no complaints on that side either. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't Mario Kart 9. But besides that, really good for Mario Kart 8, honestly. It's gonna keep people engaged in the game for a whole nother year and change. So it's good. It's good from my end. I got no complaints with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't own a Switch. My brother gonna probably buy the tracks, and I'm getting them for free. So it's all good with me, baby. Right. It's all good. I can't complain. All right, on to a bombshell, baby. Bombshell. In the most shocking move of the event, in my opinion, Mario Strikers is back in this motherfucking house, baby. Let's talk, man. The trailer, this brand new trailer showing the whole stadium, you know what I'm saying? A whole pit coming together from the Switch, like the Switch shape and shit like that. It was a whole bunch of new gameplay showed off. A lot of of course, the no rules power-up filled 5v5 matchups, along with a slew of new tidbits of gameplay, showing the gear system that allows you to alter the stats of your character and enable different play styles. The Hyper Strike, which is basically an ultimate shot that you need to charge after gaining the orb drop from the field. Online 4v4 player gameplay, and a club mode where you can actually invite your friends to compete globally against other clubs. So it's slated to release April 7th, and damn, Strikers is back. Yeah. This strike, what?
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited. I can't stop talking about how excited I am. It's funny because I told Panda, and she doesn't know, man. She didn't have the Strikers growing up. She didn't have the GameCube. I was telling her, like, yo, I can't wait for this game, and she's like, "You don't even like soccer like that." I'm like, you don't gotta like soccer. It's Mario soccer, bro." And she's like, "You're gonna play it for like a month." I'm like, "No, you don't understand. Like the club, the things that they announced." So the thing is, like, she was comparing this to Mario Golf because I bought Mario Golf, beat it, and then I sold it because I was like, "There's not really much after it. There's like maybe another course or something, but it's nothing crazy." The amount of stuff that they added increases the replayability to an enormous extent. So now we have gear, which is like going to change. So even if I'm a Donkey Kong player and you're a Donkey Kong player, our characters might not even interact the same because we are both too different. We're building it differently. Maybe I want to be a speedy Donkey Kong, or maybe you're going to go full bruiser, you're playing defense, but I want to play striker. Like it's different. It's different like ways of playing the game. On top of that, you get online, which is fucking great. Like finally, I don't know what the net code is gonna be like. I really pray to God that it's good.
God bless it, and I hope it's not that intensive.
But yeah,
damn,
like
contained ass pitch, but it also is 8 people. So I don't know.
Yeah, like I hope it's not horrible, but fingers crossed. We'll see what happens. The club mode, fucking thank you. Now, because this game could easily be one of the more like the same way Splatoon is like Nintendo's most competitive like game or so. Like this could easily be
an unassumingly esports game.
You know what I'm saying? Like it could be like kind of like how Smash Bros, where it's like it's not Nintendo wasn't pushing that game to be esports, but it basically became it on its own.
But it became. Absolutely.
And the only I have my fingers crossed that if you're playing local, you can have like a no gear mode. Just because, for example, like let's say I'm trying to play with Panda, who doesn't play Mario Strikers or doesn't really care about min-maxing with stats or whatever. I like you want to just play Mario Strikers with the boys who don't play Switch games or whatever. Like I would love for them to be like no gear, so they don't have to be like, yo, what am I putting on? Why does Mario have a scope? Like that type of stuff, you know? So that's the only thing that I hope. But honestly, this game looks better than any Mario sports game we've seen so far. To be honest.
Facts. Listen, man, Mario Strikers is that shit. And I said this when we were reacting to the whole drop. Literally, if you don't know Strikers, I need to go back and get to know because it's just it's pure fun, man. It's pure fun, and just the fact that every character gets so damn violent, they be clotheslining people, throwing them against walls and shit. Like again, absolutely no rules whatsoever. It's just straight, yo, you got to get the ball and score. Whatever, all the other shit don't matter. It don't matter. I love it. I love the premise. I love the art style. I love everything about it. You know what I'm saying? And again, the fact that they brought it back with so much quality of life updates and gameplay updates. Beautiful music to my ears. Again, the gear system, especially when online play, it just adds to the depth so well. Again, especially when you're going to certain settings, like again, an online club where you're going with your teammates, you can all specialize in certain roles and whatnot. Like I heard like little pieces where it's like, oh, okay, Mario has like a little scouter thing that helps his passing rates. But also, again, he has like the metal chain armor gear for his strength. So, you know, you could, again, pick and choose the way you want to play, which is great. Adds to a lot of the customization and replayability of the game. So it's like, yo, you can switch it up every time out. Like, it's music to my ears. Again, the Hyper Strike, like, I'm trying to send pure meteors at motherfuckers in the goal. I'm trying to send pure meteors outside, bro. Like, it's not a game no more. It's not a game. Like, and again, just correction. June 10th is when it releases. But yeah, I cannot wait until that day, because I'm not gonna lie, mark my words, I'm getting a Switch before June 10th. I'm getting my own Switch before this day. I will be getting my own Switch before this day. Like I was like, yeah, I probably could get one, you know what I'm saying? I could do it. I saw this and I was like, yeah, I'm getting a Switch. Yeah. There's no doubt about it in my mind. This game makes me want to get a Switch, bruh. I'm dropping FIFA immediately and I'm playing this because this is the premier soccer game on planet Earth, nigga. I don't care what you say, bro. It don't matter. Tournaments, blah blah blah. Cristiano Ronaldo, Mario, motherfucker, Mario. I'm doing diving headers with Bowser and whatnot, doing spins on you, throwing you against a cage, bruh. It's about to be the shit. Love it. Mario Strikers Battle League, we back, baby. Love it.
Cannot wait.
Absolutely, man. All right, and on to the next one, which was also like, damn, bro, you back? Oh shit! Like I was surprised as hell. So out of left field, we saw Nintendo Sports actually make its return with a fresh coat of paint in Nintendo Switch Sports. So we got a whole lot of new stuff to talk about with that side. We got bowling, chambara or sword play, soccer, badminton, and volleyball as the main modes to play, with a lot of free updates post-launch that they have announced, with golf being the first one to come out of that initiative. All sports will support online play, either with friends or online with random people across the world. And there will be a free online playtest February 18th to 20th for all Switch Online members. It will be officially releasing April 29th, 2022. But damn, Nintendo Switch Sports, bro, where y'all been?
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while, and I feel like the reason it didn't release with the Switch the same way Wii Sports did is because one, they realized that they could sell it and people would buy it, and two was probably just because like the Switch's handheld, the Switch's like motion controls aren't as sensitive or as like refined as the Wii was. So I'm not surprised that it didn't release with it, but I'm happy to see that it's back because it is fun. It's a fun little game. I want to see how much it's going to cost is the question. That's really what I want to know is like, are we calling this is a $60 game? Because that might turn some people off because I remember the first Wii game we got was free and then they released Resorts.
Yeah, it came.
And Resorts had all the stuff that you had in the first one and more. This is just like, this is like what, 6 modes with new ones getting added. And if they release a nice little roadmap, you know, it could be pretty solid. Like, yo, we're going to release, we're going to go with golf, and then we're going to release boxing next, which is another big thing that a lot of people were asking. Our whole Discord, the only question you saw when we were watching the whole Nintendo Sports was, where's boxing? Because that was a lot of people's favorite mode, and for it to be omitted for something like swordplay, which I'm not saying swordplay is whack, I'm not saying badminton is whack, I'm pretty sure all these modes are pretty fun. To be omitted is kind of just like, why? Like, why would you omit that one kind of thing? I'm excited. It looks interesting. For me to get it, I need to play it. So I will definitely be in that beta test because I need to see what it plays like, what it runs like, and at the end of the day, if I want to, and how much it costs. Because, for example, me broke $60 for Nintendo Sports. I don't know, bro. Like,
yeah. I feel you. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Can it justify the price? I'm like, if you put it to like a cool 40, I'm not gonna lie. If you put it at a cool 40, I'll be 40? Like, hey, that seems pretty fair. That seems pretty fair to me. Again, just with the prestige of Wii Sports, man, or just Nintendo Sports in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is some top tier shit. If y'all don't know, man, for all the youngins out there that have no idea what Wii Sports is talking about, bro, this shit's the shit. It's the shit. The shit. Yeah. But I want them to have, again, a proper roadmap and a good amount of games, solid online play. Like, from what I saw, it seems like they do have enough modes to sustain what they're talking about. Like, of course, you have the online tennis. I saw, like, in the trailer, you saw, like, the survival bowling mode where it's like you gotta keep bowling the highest amount of scores to jump the leaderboards. Yeah. Like a battle royale, some shit like Tetris 99 type of style or some shit. Like, you're fighting your own little box, but you're competing against everybody. Cool ideas. Of course, online soccer. I'm not sure if, like, you're just one person in, like, a hall, again, like, amidst a whole bunch of random people, and you play soccer. I don't know how certain modes match up, but they have potential to be really, really interactive and really fun. Again, the online stability will be a big factor in this. I really hope they can sustain it as you go forward. Badminton cool, volleyball cool, free mode roadmap. I'm cool with if they have it. Golf coming out first. That's what's up. Where's the music though? Where's the music? I need that classic music or some variation of it, like back in ASAP. That just helps the feel for me. And two, if we're playing like single player, we need that bald-headed bastard Matt back, bro. You know what I'm talking about. We need him. I need actual motivation to get to my highest score. I need to become a pro in every sport again. You know what I'm saying? I need different graphics on my bowling ball and shit like that. Like, I need to get up, and he's a big part of that. So y'all need to put Matt back in there, and we good. We good though. But again, Nintendo Switch Sports, it was very surprising to see it. But again, for the right price, for me, I'm not gonna get a Switch at the exact date, but when I get it, I'll buy it still. But hoping the price is favorable for everybody.
Yeah, and it's not even like, I don't even think that paying $60 for this would be a bad call. I'm speaking again mostly for my personal thing. I'm somebody who's like sees all these Nintendo games dropping with like Kirby in March, Mario Strikers in June. This is in April, which is what, March, literally right after Kirby. It will be this game, and then April, May is like a break. I think I can't even say that anymore because I don't know if something's gonna get announced.
There are no breaks.
Yeah, May is a break, and then June is Mario Strikers. So it's like you guys are dropping a lot. You guys are dropping a lot on us.
For sure. And It's gonna keep rolling. It's gonna keep rolling, man. But
Mhm.
I really hope that all these come out really, really polished, really good, and it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. It's gonna be a lot of
It's
fun.
gonna
Like
be.
literally, I already said that Strikers making me come back to the Switch, but this might help me stay further. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just fun, man. It's fun, and being able to play this on stream, like that was the bygone era. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
because it wasn't as televised and stuff, or like it wasn't as recorded, because that was kind of incongruent with like the whole boom of YouTube and creators and shit like that. Like some people, of course, caught it in post, and people did it online after. But like the craze when everybody was on that shit,
Oh my god.
like it was different, bro. It was a different wave. I'm pretty sure we broke a TV with
Yeah.
the I'm about to say
TVs
with
were
the remote
broken.
and shit.
People were walking in
TV.
like, I'm the best tennis player you ever seen in your life, and they never even touched the tennis racket in real life. It's pretty. It was a good time.
Facts.
You had to be
Facts. Like I was niggas think it was a game, bro. I was breaking sweats in that motherfucker trying to be my
Yeah.
mother, bro. I was trying to whoop my mom ass in tennis, bro. Listen, she was a killer in that shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? They're doing all the fucking skill challenges in bowling. That shit pissed me off because everybody would just kind of come in secret and up their score and get the highest little record in the house. And everybody gotta be like, yo, now we gotta sit down and beat this shit and have a whole session. Now it's too late. Y'all fucked up. Hey, it's great. It's great, man. So shout out to Nintendo Switchboards. You're back, and hopefully you continue the great legacy of beautiful gaming.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about Splatoon 3 Salmon Run. We saw a little bit of that. Shout out to Negus who damn near dipped out like the Flash when he heard it. You know what I'm saying? When he seen the first instance of a squid on the screen. So it's basically a new version of Salmon Run from Splatoon 2, which is basically a co-op mode. Think of like Horde from Gears of War with some objectives sprinkled in there. Of course, showed off a bunch of new enemy types with like the Salmon Tower, and then some giant ass like bubble bass boss that's in the ocean just waiting for this squid. Like, you know what I'm saying? The octolings and the squidlings are like, yo, come on, bro. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Who on war and shit?
Yeah.
It looked crazy. It looked actually pretty cool. And Splatoon 3 actually got a relative date. Summer 2022 was the release window. Now we're just looking for the actual pin down single day. But thoughts on this one, Salmon Run?
I think the game's gonna release in August. I want to say it's gonna be early August. I think they're gonna try to release it before the winter rush. And the reason they said summer, so it's like it's either gonna be from anywhere between May to August. Because I could see them considering May summer, but I don't think it's gonna come out so soon. Because if it was gonna come out in May, they would have said May.
Facts.
So I think it's gonna be like an August release. Let's see. Like I like Splatoon. It's a really fun game. I think Splatoon is a really fun game. What I will say is Salmon Run looks cool. The game looks interesting. I wanted to see more. Like I feel like they should have showed, because if this is the biggest release, because they didn't announce like a Nintendo Direct or nothing like that. If this is gonna be a big release,
yeah, they'll get a separate one. I'm pretty sure it's gonna get a separate one in time. Like all these major ones has.
That's not enough.
Facts.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they did it just as a taste. I think we're gonna see more Splatoon news to come. Will I buy Splatoon 3? If I have a job, I definitely would be interested in it because I enjoy Splatoon 2. It's really fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm happy that we heard something from them because it's been a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I might just want to buy it to get yelled at by Negus. That's probably only it.
We're gonna buy it and we're gonna have him run a boot camp and we're gonna have him teach us how to be X rank or whatever the highest rank is.
Yeah, X rank, right? We're gonna be Splatoon sweats and shit. Oh my gosh. Listen, that's a whole different world, bro. I don't know about that shit. It's a whole different fucking world. But yeah, shout out to Splatoon 3. It's on the way. Let's talk about it, man. The singular best announcement that I've seen in this whole direct. You know what I'm saying? Forget what I said before. What I said before was lies. It was a falsehood. Kirby in the Forgotten Land.
Yes,
we got a new look at the upcoming Kirby game ahead of its release, and it's looking fantastic, man. It's looking real inspiring, man. Showcase possibly the singular greatest gameplay mechanic in all of history. Mouthful mode, where Kirby can inhale real life objects like cars, light bulbs, scissor lifts, and vending machines to attack the map as he sees fit. Mouthful mode, bruh. Got a whole bunch of showcase stuff. March 25th is coming. Well, let's talk about it, Win. Let's talk
Oh
about
my god, this is such a good game. Like, I haven't even seen it yet. I'm so excited. It's just so silly and goofy. But that's the thing about all Kirby. They're so silly and goofy, and then randomly they'll be like, "Oh, you gotta go stop God," and it's like, "Ah, all right, cool." And it's like, it's just so like, why? Like, who was like, "Yo, let's put a car inside of him. Let's just give it a name." Like mouthful. Yeah, sure. Who cares? Like, it's just so fucking goofy. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. It looks so good. I'm happy that they confirmed like a bunch of the things that people saw, like, oh, Kirby has a little town, and now the more you like unlock and stuff, the bigger the town gets and the more like things you unlock. I'm so excited because I don't think I've ever played a 3D Kirby game. They're all usually been side scrollers. Even the one that I'm playing now, Kirby Star Allies, that's a phenomenal game, by the way. It's all 2D, which isn't, I don't have a problem with, because those games are gas, but I'm super excited to get in, to sink my teeth into this one. I wish they would have showed off, they would have talked a little bit more about the co-op, because I'm still concerned if co-op is just you only get to play as Waddle Dee, or if you can play as like other monsters in the game. But regardless, it's still going to be a good time. I cannot wait for March. It is literally the only game that I know for a fact I will be getting on release. Like, this is a game that I cannot miss.
Hey, I'm just here to say, man, listen, I didn't know they had mouthful mode like that. Bro. I'm not gonna lie. I need to start helping advertisers, bro. Like, hey, yo, listen, ladies, I might need to get on. What's going on? Like, I might need to tap into what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Because this is crazy. This is some revolutionary shit. That's what I heard, bro. It's in a motherfucker. I ain't never had this.
I never got him like this.
But in all seriousness, Kirby actually does look really, really fun, though. I'm not gonna lie. It's just, again, the zaniest shit. And again, afterwards, they show like the more the capabilities with like some of the actual weapons that he like has and stuff like that, like the chakrams and stuff.
Oh,
I'm he getting busy.
Yo,
the upgraded joints. He was getting crazy in there. He was getting crazy. The game looks really, really fun. Like, again, over the top. Like, I actually like the post-apocalyptic type of setting, because, you know what I'm saying, like, you don't really get too many of those looks from Nintendo unless it's like a Metroid or some shit like that, where it's like, you know, it kind of fits. So it's dope to see that setting in a Kirby game and like see how that looks. Yeah. I personally like how it's been shaping up. I honestly was like, yo, I wouldn't buy it day one, but honestly, I give it a shot. I would play this joint. Again, I would. And I recommend it to all y'all out there. Mouthful mode, man. Y'all get hip. What, a Nemesis system? Trash. That's garbage. That wasn't even good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy, bro. You know, Batman combat system from the Arkham games? Trash. Mid. Get that out of here.
They need a patent.
Mouthful mode.
They need to patent it. They need to secure this.
ASAP before everybody else steals this, bro. As a matter of fact, some of y'all need to steal before they patent it, bro. You need to get on it. Anyways. Shout out to Kirby, though. Shout out to Kirby.
That's so funny.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. All right. So, and then we just wrapped up most of the major other announcements. There's a new Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes coming, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be some characters from Fire Emblem the Three Houses in there coming June 24th. Chrono Cross Remaster has been announced to be coming on the way. Advance Wars 1 and 2 Remake is coming April 8th. Star Wars The Force Unleashed, the Nintendo Wii port, is coming April 20th. Disney Speedstorm, a free-to-play party racer with Disney character roster, is scheduled to be on the way for the Switch. And No Man's Sky has been slated to release summer 2022 for the Switch. Any of those announcements, you know what I'm saying, pop out to you?
Fire Emblem's New Heroes, the Fire Emblem Warrior games, looks interesting. I definitely need to beat that game. That game is super gas. At this point, I haven't played it in so long, I'm just going to restart it, but really, really good game. Everything looks pretty much like standard, like, for the people who want this is for you. For those who don't, like, you know, you could just probably skip this. Disney Speedstorm, I don't know who was asking for it, but I guess I hope it's good for those. No Man's Skies on the Switch is nuts to me, because I can't even imagine that running on the Switch. But hey, if y'all can make it happen, y'all made it happen. I'm happy that y'all did it. For real, it's a pretty solid direct through and through. I think it was one of the better ones.
Facts. Oh yeah, also, I didn't put this on the notes, but big shout out to one of my underrated star of the show, and we all looked at it, like, yo, what the hell? Getsu Fumaden, Undying Moon. That game was looking hot. Oh yeah, that game was looking hot.
You know what's crazy?
That game was looking hot.
That game released yesterday. Are you talking about the side scroll? Are you talking about the scroll?
Yeah,
what was it called?
Roguelike, the roguelike Getsu Fumaden, Undying Moon.
Let me just look up Undying Moon.
Ain't no way it's out now.
I think I might be.
Oh shit, it is out. That was a launch trailer. What the?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Dude.
think it's out.
Yeah, I applied for a key to that. I'm not. Hey, if I don't get it, I don't get it. But hey, if I get, you know what I'm saying? If y'all throw it over, I'll play. Yeah, it's out. It's out, bro. It's out. I literally saw it.
Oh yeah. Nah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't have a Switch now, but again, I might have to borrow his. You know what I'm saying? Across the hall, but it looks dope. It looks actually really, really dope. Like again, side scrolling roguelike. It looks really, really cool. Japanese art, I'm a sucker for. So it's dope. It looks really, really fire when it popped up. Honestly, that one was great. So yeah, we'll say letter grade. What do you rate the conference?
I'm gonna say a B plus. The reason I say B plus is because I don't know if it's A, because A, you gotta drop banger after banger after banger. Like A would have to be like some wild shit. But it's definitely something like, yo, this year is gonna be a good year for Nintendo, as opposed to like this year's gonna be a historic year for Nintendo. For you to get an A out of me, but B plus for sure. Definitely, there were nothing I was really snoozing too much on, except for like the turn-based JRPGs that were like, but they weren't wasting my time with it. They were just like, hey, look, here's it is. Here's a little bit of gameplay. All right, we're gonna take that away. Here's a little bit more. All right, we're done. And then they're like, all right, here's the cool shit. And then we were there for the cool shit for a while.
Yeah, I agree. I would say I give it a B, considering there was like some fluff in there that I didn't want to see necessarily. I was like, okay, that's cool, but I'm not really, surprised or shoot, that's interesting to hear for that. Besides Getsu Fumaden, that was cool. Lego Brawl is not really Nintendo specific, but like the little Smash clone that's Nintendo. I play that shit. I would play that. I'm not gonna lie. Just for the fuck of it, I would play it. And besides that, there wasn't anything else that was crazy that I saw aside from the major announcements. And the major announcements themselves, again, Mario Strikers, Nintendo Switch Sports, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, three bangers that were literally slided in there. Kirby was just hilarious moment, and it looks really good coming up. All of these major stuff, most of them, literally the majority of them had release dates, and most of these whole events don't do that no more for some reason. But most of them had release dates, which is fantastic. And then just off the principle that you have that there, or at least a release window to tell people about it, fantastic. You get a clap for me, because a lot of people like to drop shit and not give no date, not give no gameplay, don't give nothing. So you know what I'm saying? Nintendo did really well to literally tell you, hey yo, this is what we got. Gameplay, and this is when it's coming. Date. So it literally told you, hey yo, this coming this month, next month. They're really trying to show you the direct lineup of what's going to come up in the next few months, which is fantastic. Great job on that part from a pure execution standpoint. Telling me what's coming like in the immediate pipeline, like give me definitive, dates or windows, is fantastic. Fantastic. I think more people need to do that shit. Rest y'all niggas in gaming. But overall, gets a B from me. Gets a B.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Let's switch gears a little bit, man, from the beautiful, playful lands of Nintendo all the way to the gritty ass nuke dropping, slightly racial slur, included Infinity War. I didn't mean to say it like that. Shout out Infinity War though. But the world has now confirmed. We've gotten confirmation on what's next from the fabled FPS franchise Call of Duty, as a new installment of the Modern Warfare series is confirmed, as well as Warzone 2. So coming from Infinity Ward co-studio head Pat Kelly during a live Q&A call, several things were, of course, confirmed to be true after waves of leaks, speculations, and rumors this week. First of all, Modern Warfare 2, which will be a direct sequel to the 2019 remake. 2, a brand new engine that is being worked on, of course, for all the assets for this run of games. 3, Warzone 2, which is apparently a massive rework / new iteration built from the ground up in the brand new engine. And lastly, a sandbox mode reportedly called DMZ, seemingly akin to Battlefield Portal mode. Now, thoughts on this? There's a lot of Call of Duty shit dropped. So if we're going with the obvious choice here, Modern Warfare 2, of course, the name is has a lot of weight, in the FPS community. What are we thinking about all this?
It's sad because I feel like Call of Duty is about to do Battlefield better than Battlefield. I'm excited for another 3 terabyte game, I guess. Like, yay! I get to delete everything to play one thing. I don't know. I've been checked out with the Call of Duty stuff. Cool, more Call of Duty. I'm happy that they're making another Modern Warfare, mostly for the Warzone players who've been playing Warzone for like 3-4 years now. That their game is going to be a little bit different, because even when they made Cold War and when they made the new Call of Duty, it has nothing to do with Warzone. Like that game is still in and of itself its own thing. But cool for them, I guess. We're still doing the yearly Call of Duty thing. I see. I don't even know, man. Like at this point, these games are just kind of automatic. It's like I'm not surprised it's a new Call of Duty game. I don't know if it's probably not gonna blow me away. It's probably still gonna be pretty fun, pretty racist, shitty in some aspects, great in other aspects. Like it's just gonna be a Call of Duty. I'm not buying it. That's the only thing. I'm not buying it full price. That's the only thing I can really say about Call of Duty.
I feel that. Now, for me, I'm like, there's only like two things that could ever like get me like, okay, let me tap back into Call of Duty. Let's get a good eye on what's going on. Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 3 or anything that had to do with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I'll be like, okay, I'll turn my head, because those were 2 out of the 3 of my favorite games. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the entire series, a lot of good memories. Literally, like when I started consistently playing like online games and FPSs around like 2010, 2011. You know what I'm saying? After Halo 3 and shit like that. But when I started like trying to get like competitive and get with everybody and stuff like that, it was Modern Warfare 2. Like Modern Warfare 2, it wasn't Karachi. Modern Warfare 2, Team Deathmatch and Ground War, and it was Quarry. It was Quarry, and I was getting my ass whooped. I was like 3-19. It was the worst fucking first match ever. I'm pretty sure people were like cursing at me and stuff like that. It was a bad first go of it, honestly. I can remember it like it was yesterday. But Modern Warfare 2 does hold a very, very special place in my heart. And just the fact that they have a brand new engine, so they understood that there's a lot of stuff fundamentally wrong with certain aspects of their, the past models and stuff like that, especially in Warzone. I'm pretty sure a lot of the statements that came from this call also, they mentioned that, we understood that there's a lot of stuff that can't be even fixed in the current build of Warzone and the current build of Call of Duty and stuff like that. We can't even work with that. So the fact that they're bringing a brand new engine coming out, I've seen a lot of, stuff from reporters and, informers that like, oh yeah, this brand new engine is crazy. Like so much new added depth and realism and stuff put into it. I'm like, okay, cool. As long as the play is good, that's fine by me. I have my consistent usual, gamut of worries. How vibrant the setting's going to be? What's the content pipeline? What's Warzone going to look like? The usual things, even though I don't play Warzone anymore, just for the success of the franchise and whatnot. I hope that this comes out fantastic, because again, you're riding off of the brand value of Modern Warfare 2 as a name and as a piece of just a piece of intellectual property. So you got to do it justice. You can't fuck this one up. I'm not gonna lie. This is like a last stand for them. You know what I'm saying? To me, it feels like a little bit like a last stand, because they were kind of going. Modern Warfare 2019 kind of sparked that little resurgence. That Warzone was like that little like blip of life. Like, oh shoot, okay, this is kind of hot. Like this is good. Like, it's got a little rough around the edges, but people really like this version. People really like this Modern Warfare remake. Modern Warfare 2, again, after Vanguard and stuff, all this kind of fizzling out of a Call of Duty franchise, still, this is one of the big moments to be like, yo, Modern Warfare, like, Call of Duty, we still on the map. We still could really make this go. And again, if we can do a portal mode better than Battlefield, you know what I'm saying? We can do a whole sandbox mode better than Battlefield even did theirs. If we can fix Warzone with Warzone 2 before Overwatch even comes out with Overwatch 2, because that shit ain't never coming out. I just want to say that, because fuck Overwatch 2. But yeah, like, if we can do these things, you know what I'm saying, and implement a solid base for this game coming out, we can actually mount a resurgence. And it's like, again, for me, at the end of the day, I want games to succeed. And for me as a Call of Duty fan, at heart, I want Call of Duty to succeed. But y'all gotta really come with the shits, bro. Y'all gotta come with the shits. And I'm talking top to bottom, all that, bro. You guys gotta make it happen. And I'm hoping with all the added effort into this rotation, it seems like they're really trying to go all out with this Modern Warfare 2 thing. They're not trying to like fuck up or do anything wrong. I feel like there could be some good things, but I gotta see gameplay first and foremost. I gotta see gameplay. I gotta see what's up with this new engine. I gotta see what some of the details are. You know what I'm saying? If any were already dropping tweets about this stuff in February, so it's early days. They're already on the roll. I need to see what's going on by May. Yeah. You know what time it is. By May, I need a gameplay snippet. I don't need no opening trailer. I don't need no cinematic nothing. I want gameplay of the campaign, of the actual engine talk. Cool. And then by summer, give me something on Warzone 2. Give me something on the multiplayer experience of what's going on. Let's talk. We need to actually have a clear pipeline of this stuff, because it's feast or fire, do or die. You know what I'm saying? It's real time for Call of Duty, but I'm hopeful that they'll make the necessary changes to, again, Warzone 2, which is still weird as hell to say, and for the next Call of Duty game, for Modern Warfare 2, because I feel like a lot more is riding on it than people would think. To me.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm about to say Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? Fix up. We want to see you win out here, please. You know what I'm saying? Let's move on a little bit. Oh wait, before you even go, I do want to comment on this. Forgot. Did you see the Reiner skin? Did you see the Reiner skin?
Yeah.
Did you see the Armor Titan skin, bro?
Yeah. So like that was better than the Levi skin.
It was better than Levi, but I was like, yo, this thing is just a whole ass, and I can just shoot him with an STG. Cool.
I just don't know. You know, like I just don't even really know anymore.
Bro.
There's just people who get collabs who I just kind of don't wish they did it. And like it's cool that people are caring about anime more, but like
not like this.
No, not like the thing is, like, you're telling me we could have had like a mode in Fortnite where we could have like bit our hand and became a Titan and destroyed shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would have been cool, but now we got the Reiner AK-47 skin.
Hard.
Like, alright.
That's hard. I'm not gonna lie. That would have been a fire ass mode too.
You know what I'm saying?
I would have downloaded Fortnite for that. And
I don't know how valid this was. I saw this on Twitter, but I think that there's like a Jujutsu Kaisen collab with PUBG in the works.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. Don't even be excited. I really hope it's a rumor because I swear to God, why?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of wild though. Like, Nick, hey, listen, I'm not gonna lie. At this point, just give all that shit to Fortnite. Stop playing with me, bro. Just give it to Fortnite.
I don't know.
Let's not do this here.
PUBG could do a collab with me, and I don't even know if I would just download the game. It's like
I don't know how y'all do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
All right, cool.
I feel like Fortnite can make a bodega better. You know what I'm saying?
I'll retweet this shit. I won't quote tweet this shit. Be like, all right, I'm in there.
Oh shoot! Oh my goodness, that's great, bro. 20% armor boost with the skin. Damn it, Reiner. Damn it, Reiner. Whatever, man. But yeah, that was a very, very funny thing. But yeah, Call of Duty. I really hope y'all are on the ball this year because I feel like it's an important one for y'all. All right, let's move a little bit forward. Let's talk about Platinum Games, man. So Platinum, they want to refocus and revive, man. So we've had a couple of interesting news stories surrounding Platinum this week and what they're getting up to. So first and foremost, Platinum wants to revive Scalebound. I haven't heard that shit in a minute. So according to IGN Japan, according to an interview on that platform with the Platinum president Atsushi Inaba, it was stated that the Scalebound creator Hideki Kamiya has been stirring up conversation to revive the canceled series. Kamiya was quoted in the interview saying, "I'd like to appeal to Phil Spencer directly. Let's do it, Phil." And both Inaba and Kamiya were intent on reopening talks with Microsoft to make Scalebound happen again. And according to Kamiya, development already went a fair way when they were working on it back then. And it seems like it was just pointless to just leave it there dormant. What do we think about this? Scalebound. We haven't heard this name in a very, very long time. Of course, it went south very fast. And it seemed they want it back. Michael Jackson voice. You know what I'm saying? I want you back.
I don't even like... I feel like that game has been it's been rumored and talked about for so long. I don't know if it could ever live up to the hype. But I mean, I'm always for new games. I don't even know. Like I don't know. I remember when it first released, I was like, oh, this is gonna be crazy, and then it just kind of just fizzled out. It's been so long because that was back when we had Xbox. It was
2013.
Yeah, it's 2013. Almost.
It was literally the end of Xbox, beginning of Xbox One, like that period.
Like
and Xbox 360.
It literally next year it will be a full 10 years since that was announced. Like that's, I understand it was in development a pretty far away, but that was maybe what, 5 years ago. Like how much stuff you got to update. You might have to. I don't want to say start from scratch, but you're gonna have to start a lot of shit over. You got to redo a lot of shit, especially for the new game, new engines, and the new systems that are out. So it's like, if they can make it happen, I'm all for it. Why wouldn't I want more games? But I'm not holding my breath for Scalebound, bro. I'm not even. And if they ask me, hey, you want to put this forward as opposed to any other franchise from Platinum Games? There's so many other franchises I would rather have pushed forward, in my opinion, just because.
Facts.
As cool as it would be, If this is gonna stop shit that maybe I want, I don't know, man. There's a lot of good platinum games.
That's also a really good point. I'm like, for one, I was like out, as a lot of people, super excited to see Scalebound when it first came around. I was like, yo, this dude look real cool, like a Dante-esque ass dude on a dragon as his own partner. And you just fighting other people with dragons and stuff. I'm like, yo, this gameplay looked kind of crazy. And then we saw that one trailer with the whole frames looking like 5 frames a second. It was super choppy. I was like, ooh, damn, that's rough. And then everything went south. Still had hopes in my heart for that game, but of course it went dark. Then the production just stopped completely, and it was just a rough time. But for me, I would love this game back. I would love this game being produced. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there was a lot of stuff on both sides that went wrong to produce like an online multiplayer game of this scale and size. But I feel like that's achievable now in this day and age with the new technology that we have and the access that both companies have. But to your point, if it interferes with any other existing platinum games that could be in the way, I would rather you push to the back of the line. Give me this at like the end of the decade or something like that. Yeah. If that's the case, you can give this to me in like 2030, you know what I'm saying, 2031, and then I'd be cool with that. But if that's pushing back, you know what I'm saying, another near entry, if this pushing back, if this push back another Vanquish, you know what I'm saying? Like if y'all got another Vanquish in the tuck, dog, don't stop on Scalebound's account. Don't do that. Don't do that. Push that forward. Let it keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like Platinum has such a cool catalog of games, and if it gets kind of subsided by an immediate need to get Scalebound back on back on track, I would rather you push it back. I would rather you postpone it, hold it. You know what I'm saying? Be patient with it because Microsoft's doing a whole lot of reshuffling, so I'm pretty sure not even thinking about that right now.
Yeah.
I would rather you just hold it back. And that's on top of there was also another rumor coming around about the people who made Hitman IO Interactive. They're apparently working on some exclusive Xbox game that has to deal with fantasy dragons and stuff. So who's to say they're not using assets from Scalebound to be like, yo, we're taking all this shit, you know what I'm saying, and we're making our own game with that. And if you make Scalebound, that might not work because you look like us and now we can't really use this stuff anymore. Yeah. So you guys might have to just call Scalebound dead. So if that's a thing, Scalebound's dead in the water, so we might not even talk about it. So there's a lot of moving parts to this issue. I just hope, I hope it does come back. But I hope it doesn't come back by stepping on the toes of other franchises that Platinum could make in the meantime. Give me another Transformers game, damn it.
They
that game was gas.
They made one of my favorite games of all time is Metal Gear Rising, and that was like such a good game that I till this day I think about, man, I beat it like 4 times, and I don't really ever go back to games because I've already beaten them and I have so many other in my backlog. But that game is amazing. Remember they're working on Bayonetta 3 as well. Like there's so many things that they're doing. Axion Verge, which was also really good. The second Switch game that I sold before beating that I wish I didn't. Just a lot of good games. They have a lot of good games.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. It's like, yo, their catalog is so deep and so expansive in terms of so much, like the ground they cover, bro. And again, they have a game that they're working on this year. We'll talk about probably in a little bit, Babylon's Fall. So like they have stuff working, you know what I'm saying? They have stuff that they have going on. I just don't want this to impede on their other projects.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? They're already in a rhythm. They're already in a flow. Why would you stop them to get Scalebound shoved in the, wedged in there, and it might not come out as crazy because you're rushing development and you're kind of reshuffling everything. Take your time. If you are going to do it, take your time. That's all I ask. But on to the second news story about Platinum today. We had another Famitsu interview with Inaba, and he went in again to talk about just the future of Platinum games. So he stated that the focus of the studio moving forward will be games that, quote, are to be enjoyed and loved for a longer period of time, seeming to go against the usual style of one-off streamlined experiences that Platinum Games usually delivers, which is starting to ring a little bit of games as a service bells like in my head. So we're thinking like, again, Babylon's Fall, which we just mentioned, that's an MMO that they co-produced with Square Enix, and that's dropping this year. Now, while Platinum Games is known to be more of a niche developer, of course, they have a lot of hardcore fans that love them. They might not be the most mainstream giant. This might be a move to commit more of that new path, you know what I'm saying, to create a more mainstream presence and increase their sales. What are we thinking about this, Win? The future might be changing.
I don't like it, to be quite honest with you. I don't really want longer games. Just just straight up. There's just so many long games already. I understand because it probably doesn't work too good for them. The whole like, oh, your game can be beat in 4 hours. Well, I'm not gonna buy it because for some reason gamers still think that shit, and it's stupid. I think it's really stupid.
Stupid as fuck.
Because
Stupid.
like to this day, I still think about like if I had a better controller for my fucking, if I played shooters on controller, I would go back and rebeat Vanquish because that shit is gas. Same thing. I have yet to beat the Bayonetta games, but when Bayonetta 3 gets a release date, I'm gonna go play 1 through 2 because they're also really good. Metal Gear Rising is an amazing game. Like these are all solid hits. And for them to be like, oh, we want to go for more long term shit. It's like, all right, cool. So I guess what, more RPGs? I feel like I have enough RPGs, unless you're gonna have the same combat. But even then, like what they're really good at is these things. And it's like Kendrick being like, you know what, I like rapping, but I think I'm gonna just start doing more R&B slow songs. It's like you probably could do a good job at that, but like that's not what we came here for, kind of thing. Like, sure, if this is what you guys want to do, I hope the best, but I'm gonna be a little disappointed because it's like, well, I guess we're never gonna get a Metal Gear Rising again because that game was an amazing 12-hour experience, maybe if that, because it probably might not even have been that long. That I till this day have fun. Or maybe if they're thinking about like, maybe we want to make our games just a little bit longer or whatever, like that's fine too. But like, if you're gonna tell me like you're gonna go the Dying Light 2 path of we're just gonna add a bunch of shit into the game, like if the game is gonna be mid, then I'm just gonna have a long mid game, you know? Like I don't think we need. I think we need to really refocus, or maybe they just need to fix something on the back side of things. Because I just feel like going from we're just gonna change our games entirely is kind of just being, it's a big middle finger to your fan base, because that's what we all know Platinum Games for their really good combat games. The only game that was long is like Nier, but even then, like the RPG elements of that aren't that crazy.
And that's hailed as one of the greatest games of all time. Dead ass, like people would like the one again, hands down. That people say one of the best JRPGs. You know what I'm saying? One of the best narratives, one of the best, all that shit.
An
bro.
amazing
like,
game.
It for me, I'm like, damn, bro, that sucks. Platinum has always been a studio that always, you know, again, they're just like outside of that, I guess, the normal gamut of games you see. Like you see a Platinum game, you see the Platinum logo, and your eyes light up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? If you know them, from other titles and shit, you see that logo, you see the Platinum stuff, and you know it's something that's like out of the box, something a little bit special that's gonna come through. You know what I'm saying? Come through the woodworks. Think about the Legend of Korra game, dope fun ass game. Honestly, way more than I expected. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking of Transformers Devastation. Wasn't the craziest game, but I love the art style. I love the combat in Transformers. Like that was dope. Like you think of Astral Chain, you think of Bayonetta, you think of, you know what I'm saying, like of course the Nier series, you think of Vanquish, you think of all these, you know what I'm saying, like out of the box that aren't really the norm type of games and franchise. You know what I'm saying? Some of them been on the shorter side, but they were still dope experiences. You create that track record for yourself. And of course they aren't the greatest selling, they aren't Call of Duty level selling because they're not, of course, like they're not extended beyond the life cycle of, you know, like 20 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
From a business perspective, I understand his standpoint of, yo, listen, we want to make games that, you know, people can continually, you know, put their money into and put their time into, and, you know, we get something on the back end. You know, this closeout experience, we just get $60 and that's it. That's pretty much done. Like, that's not as much money as we could tap into. From a business perspective, I understand why he's trying to do that. They want to get more investment into more, you know, more time played and hours spent and money spent on certain longer form experiences. That's from a business side, cool. From the content side, from the gamer side, it sucks that, you know, we have such we put Platinum in a highlight, bro. Generally, Platinum Games is one of the most, like, again, revered studios in gaming today. Like, people rock with Platinum. People rock with Platinum and the games that they've done and the track record and the reputation that they've built. So to kind of go against that, to be like, yo, we want to drop just these, you know, games as a service games. We want to drop those, and, you know, y'all stay here for as long as y'all want. You know what I'm saying? Again, they're already dipping the toe of Babylon's Fall this year. It's an MMO. It's an MMO they're doing with Square Enix. They're already trying to test those waters. And I feel like, again, with the statement that the president made in Alba, it's just they just want to go full force into this and kind of throw everything else to the wayside. And I'm like, damn, like it's like that. Yeah. So I mean, with that in the last story, I'm like, yo, if they could make Scalebound some game as a service shit, like, yo, would they push everything else to the side and still do this? Like, do they have, like, you know, the capacity to? They might. I feel like they might. It's possible, but it's for me, it's like an L, bro. It's an L, because I'm like, y'all could really, really be doing so much and continue to do so much. But again, I understand from the business perspective, it might, you know, it might not look the greatest. And of course, businesses got to run, they got to do what they got to do. But for the overall legacy of what y'all trying to do, this might not be the way. This might not be the right next move. I could be wrong. Y'all could be making great stuff as a, as a games as a service joint. But generally, the way I've seen these things go, it doesn't usually end the greatest in terms of quality experiences. So I'm not trying to play 100-hour games all the fucking time. If you give me a 10-hour game and say it's dope, it's dope. You see why I'm with Sifu now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's not a long game. I know for sure it's not a long game, but I know for damn sure I'm enjoying every second of it because it's exactly what I want out of an experience. If you can give us experiences that are so dope, but are only in a contained, format of maybe like 8 hours of, that's still fire. And I'll still support that. I'll still support whatever you put out because you've given me great experience after great experience after great experience in such a contained format. But they want to tap into bigger bags. So, sacrifice has to be made. That's tough. It's a real tough one, man. But still, it might be an L for me on that side, man. Platinum. Yeah, I don't know what y'all gonna do, man. We'll see. In time, we will see. But yeah, switching gears, we got a new look at Wolf Among Us 2. Actually, just popped out of the head. You know what I'm saying? Popped out the woodwork for a little bit. Got a new trailer and some new information on the Wolf Among Us 2. So basically, the whole plot is about 6 months after the events of the first game story and everything that went down. Big Me's he's delving a little bit more outside the walls of Fabletown. He's going to be dealing with some of the tensions of Snow White and her new role and how they interact, the dynamics with a few different people in New York City as he's traveling around. It's being built out in Unreal Engine. All episodes are being done in one shot, so there will be no more one episode, wait while they develop it, get your feedback in the middle. They're completing all of it in one go, so there will be a quicker turnaround for new episodes and the full rollout of the season. Slated to drop in 2023. I'm excited. I'm excited, man. What you think about this one?
So I found out I own the Wolf Among Us 1 on Epic. Yeah, I haven't played it yet. I didn't, because I think it's on Epic. I log in and I get the free games. And
log in free game.
Yeah, it's just like add to library, exit Epic, because I don't want it to download right now. So I do own it. I do plan on playing it. Because I literally every time anybody brings it up, it's like you guys all have like a heart attack. It's like, oh, such a good game. So I gotta play it at this point.
Bro. That's a top 3. That's a top 3 Telltale game. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That's a top 3, top 2 probably. Honestly, so for me, it's probably the best. For me, it's probably the best one. Like it's between that and maybe Batman. Like that Batman and that Batman Walking Dead, that OG Walking Dead, like season 1.
Yeah,
that might be the top 3. That might be the upper echelon of that whole run. But oh my gosh, man, Walking Dead. Not Walking Dead, bro. The Wolf Among Us. Wolf Among Us 2. I'm very, very excited. Again, like I was never like the craziest like Telltale person. And I was outside of a couple of them joints, and then I seen people get into it. It's like, okay, cool. I'll tap in, see what it is. Damn near like so much shit. Like that was the first one. The Wolf Among Us was like, yo, okay, they know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. And this is the first one they come back to. You know what I'm saying? Like their official coming back party. They start with this. I think it's gonna be dope. I think they seem to know what they're doing. This development cycle seems to be going smoother with Unreal Engine and then being able to do more shit. It looks crazy from the trailer. Actually, looks really, really smooth compared to the other, the past iteration and even every other Telltale game. It looks like super, super smooth and Unreal, which is dope. And again, it's just like it seems like it's a recipe brewing for success. They got all what's it called, Ad Hoc. It's a partner studio that they're working with on Wolf Among Us 2. They have a lot of veterans from the first season of Wolf Among Us, so you're gonna get that same narrative feel. I feel like they're not gonna lose that whatsoever. A lot of the same returning voice actors, of course. It seems like a W to me is brewing. It seems like a W is brewing. That's what I feel like. But I gotta be patient.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what comes, because I'm happy that Telltale is still coming, because I remember there was a little time period where we thought it was over for Telltale, and I'm happy that they're back. I'm excited to see what they bring, especially with their original stuff. I'm really excited to see what comes of it.
Factual, man. It's like that little like adventure style point and click genre that a lot of people grew up on but seem to forgot. The spirit of it lies in Telltale now. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I'm glad that they're still running. I'm glad that they're back, and I can't wait to see what they do, bro. But yeah, play Wolf Among Us 1, damn it. Play it now. When play it.
I don't know about now, but it's definitely on the list. And within this year, I will play it. I will say that within this year.
All right, say less, because we gonna get a date on this shit this year. We will get a release date this year, I believe.
Yeah, and
honestly, I really feel like we do. They said 2023.
Yeah,
nah, it's not even that long either. So yeah, Wolf Among Us 2. For y'all out there, if y'all haven't played the first one, play the first season. Play that shit. I dare you. Anyway, let's switch gears a little bit to Assassin's Creed. Let's talk about it. Oh, according to Bloomberg and Eurogamer's corroborating reports, Ubisoft is planning to release a smaller Assassin's Creed title focused on stealth gameplay either this year or in 2023. So reports suggested that the main character will be Basim, which is one of the main antagonists from Valhalla. It will explain more of his backstory before the events of Valhalla, of course. And the game started as a Valhalla expansion, but eventually became its own thing and just branched off into a standalone title. And it is set in ancient Baghdad. And I'm like, wait a minute. It might turn my eye a little bit, man. What you thinking?
That's cool. Like that's kind of how I feel about all Assassin's Creed. That's cool.
I understand.
Just they haven't wowed me. I like that they're branching out and going a different route than what we now know as the normal Assassin's Creed. It's like if you would have told me like, oh, this Assassin's Creed doesn't have a lot of stuff in it, I'd be like, that's weird. That's not Assassin's Creed at all. If you would have told me that like 10 years ago, but now it's like,
yep. And now I'm like, oh well,
yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm not gonna lie. Me personally, I'm like, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Listen, they're like, yo, take me back to the Assassin's Creed that I fell in love with a little bit. Like I haven't delved too deep into the RPG side with the Origins and with Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla. I have not dived that deep because they're like literally 150-hour games, so I have not touched them. I'm sorry, y'all. I've seen a good amount of story on them and shit. I apologize, but damn it, that's a lot of time.
I don't know.
All right, I got shows to watch and shit. I got stuff to do.
I just don't got time for
it. He harsher than me. But still, I like that they're making this switch if this is an actual thing. And again, from what I've read up on Basim, he's like, yo, he's a real interesting cat. Like again, he's one of the main villains of the game. So it's like he's kind of dealing with like early iterations of like the Templars and shit. Like he's outposted and like I don't know what the fuck he be doing amongst, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what he's doing, messing with all the folks, and I guess like I don't even know where they even situated at, like again Valhalla, wherever the hell they at. But it seems like an interesting character. People seem to really like him as a character. Assassin's Creed fans, and again, it's just mainly the switch to gameplay that I like. If you're gonna go back to like again AC Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed 3, like that roots, like pre RPG remix version of that, I'm cool with that. I'm good because I'm like, yo, you take me back to that. I'm like, yo, I'll give y'all, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be liable to give y'all another chance. Honestly, I'll be ready to jump back in. But that's just me. Hoping to see how that pans out. Of course, it's gonna be set in between the next AC Infinity drop, which would be somewhere probably 2024, 2025. So we'll see what they do with this one, man. We'll see what they do. Assassin's Creed, we're gonna check on you. Next up on the docket, we had Atomic Heart. So the FPS title Atomic Heart dropped its first trailer from developers Munfish, and it's looking real zany, man. It's been described as an action-packed FPS set in the alternative retro future version of a 1950s USSR. So we're in Soviet Russia. You seemingly take the role as an escape test subject who's armed with an experimental polymer glove technology and have to fight back against the collective of robots that fill the streets in Russia. Now, it seems to be like Bioshocky in nature with like an elemental side on one hand and a gun in the other as you're fighting through waves with different robots, enemies, you know what I'm saying, monsters and whatnot. It's looking pretty good. And of course, Mick Gordon, who scored the Doom Eternal and Doom soundtracks, is there to do the music, which is dope. What do you think about this one, man?
It looks like literally what you just said. It literally looks like what Bioshock would be if it was made today. It looks interesting. Everything looks good. The only issue I have, and it could just be a trailer thing, the voice acting is very rough.
I was gonna say it too.
That's the only issue I have, and I don't know why. It just feels off.
Here's
what I think it is. maybe that's like the English dub and you're supposed to play it with like Russian voice acting. I really hope I'm not overthinking this. I hope that that's what's going on here, and like, hey, we went cheap on the dub because we got Russian voice actors to do the Russian script or whatever the fuck. I'll play it subbed. I don't care. But that voice acting is gonna make me want to skip cutscenes. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Like it's very much. I feel like I was doing the voices for them, and like that's not a good thing.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. That was the only thing that popped out to me. Is like, ooh, what the hell is that? Like, I'm like, y'all supposed to be. Thought y'all was Russian. What the hell's going on here? This is rough. This is like generic, bro. This is like that dude from that Final Fantasy Chaos game, bro. I'm like, yo, this is real. This is real cookie cutter right here. I don't like that. It just seemed very, very pale to me. Very off color. I didn't necessarily enjoy that voice acting, but everything else was great. Again, I had the chance to check the website. It was. Yeah, I had a chance to check the website and just some of the lore behind it, and like how this scientist basically, like, he's a neuroscience guy, and then he was like earned his PhD, you know what I'm saying, got promoted to the head of robotics after World War II, and he occupied a lot of land, and like he just figured out a way to separate consciousness from the mind, so like people's consciousness were like input into robots. He made this thing called the Collective. Great backstory, and it explains a lot of this stuff. And it's like, again, the enemies look real damn scary. Like the settings look really, again, like Soviet Russia-ish. You know what I'm saying? Like the color palette, some of the, again, the mix with the technology and stuff like that. Like, again, similar, not I'd say the same, not the same vein, but the same ballpark is like a Deathloop, where it's like kind of a different take on a certain like past setting and stuff like that. Like a different I guess rewrapping of a certain time period, which looks really cool. It looks really cool. The gunplay looks cool. The actual the abilities, the elemental stuff that you can use, like he so he had somebody fly at him and he froze him midair, just shot his ass. I was like, that's good. Yeah, that's cool. Bioshock looking. I like that. I like all of that. So it's looking really, really smooth, and I'm hoping that, you know, maybe just the voice acting was a blip, but everything else looks fantastic. Fantastic. So yeah. Let's keep an eye out for Atomic Heart, you know what I'm saying, and make sure we got a Russian, you know what I'm saying, translator with us. Anyways, we're on to our last topic of the day. So Tom Holland want some of Jak and Daxter. That's so basically this week, just as Tom Holland told the press he would love to be a part of some A24 studio adaptation of the Jak and Daxter series. It's so dark and gritty. Actually, the Uncharted movie director Ruben Fleischer revealed that he's working on a film adaptation for the classic PS franchise himself. Now, we know that PlayStation has 10 movie adaptations on the way with Uncharted, Twisted Metal, Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us, and now Jak and Daxter, which will take up half of the slots. Now, my question to you is, do you want to see Jak and Daxter? Like, how would that even pan out?
If we get a Jak and Daxter movie before we get another Jak and Daxter game, I'm gonna be so fucking mad, because there's just no point. Like, there's just no point. Like, I get it. I cool. Like, I never watched Jak and Daxter and thought to myself, this would be a cool TV show. I could see it as like not even like a kids show, but like, it's just, how are you gonna make it look like you gotta, like, no, man, it just looks. The game looks good as a game because, like, the character's got the elf ears and the fucking thing. It's, I don't know.
Oh, I took my glasses off for this one. I just want to say this: don't do it. Don't do it, bro. Leave the precursor legacy alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. I don't want to see it. I don't. And again, if you drop a movie before you drop a actual remake, this better. And even then, this better be a situation of, it's Ratchet and Clank, so we're dropping a game at the same time we dropping a movie. And I will still be a little bit pissed off because I'm like, yo, bro, this is serious, bro. Like, yo, we need like some substantial stuff right here. Like, I want a game by itself, and then you can drop a movie like a year later. Don't taint this release. Don't do that. No slight to Ratchet and Clank, because Ratchet and Clank was actually heat. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on here? I don't like that. I don't like that. But I don't like that, bro. I don't want to see no Tom Holland with no damn goatee, tacked on beard and stuff with an Otzel on his shoulder. I don't want to see that. I'm sorry, Tom Holland, I love you. I don't want to see that though.
It's the thing is, it's just like, I don't know who this is for, because like Last of Us, good story. It's just a good story. You can make that into a TV show.
Makes sense
because it makes sense. Humans, whatever. Ratchet and Clank has has a following because they've been making games for this franchise since ever.
Animated.
Yeah, like literally, it's been an animated movie. They've been making games since ever. What's the other one? Ghost of Tsushima, recent game, big popularity. Keep going, like solid, cool.
Nice. Make sure I got the OG actor in there, please.
Twisted Metal can easily be done with regular humans. Really interesting story. I remember I used to watch all the Twisted Metal endings for the games because I didn't have the games, but they were just like so. It was really cool. I think it could be interesting take. And if it's a horror movie, horror movies make money regardless.
Facts. If Death Race was even a thing, Twisted Metal can be 10 times that. So let's not even front.
Easy.
Facts. That makes sense. That one makes sense.
Jak and Daxter. When was the last Jak and Daxter game? You know, like the last Jak and Daxter game was Jak and Daxter. Was Jak X, which released, I believe, on the PS2. I didn't play it.
I thought it was Daxter. I thought it was Daxter on the PSP.
I'm sorry, Daxter on the PSP. I thought it was a spin-off, so I didn't know if it like had to do with like the full franchise.
I thought it counted.
I mean, no, it counted. It counts as in the franchise. I meant more so like I didn't know if it continued the main story. That's what I didn't know.
Oh yeah. Off the top of my head, I do not remember. But that game was fire though. Let's not front. That shit was heat.
What I'm saying is like heat. We don't even got a remaster. We got ports. Like the Jak and Daxter community, they're starving, bro. They haven't eaten in years. Like now it's like, oh, we got a movie coming out. It's like, who's still around? Because now these motherfuckers are hungry. You know what happens when you're hungry? You're cranky. So when you tell Jak and Daxter fans, hey, you're getting a movie, guess what these motherfuckers are gonna say? That's not what we wanted. That's not what we've been asking for. We've been asking for a new game.
Bro, all the people who are waiting years and years just whittled out one by one. You know what they did? They went to America's Army Proving Grounds to go play with the other 300 people. You know what I'm saying? They were gonna do some wild shit. They were gonna be army medics, bro. This is what you're making us do, PlayStation. This is what you're making us do. Like, what's wrong with fools, bro? Like, I understand the overall strategy. Again, we talked about this last episode, or the episode before with Bungie and everything going on, of making an entire ecosystem where PlayStation is at the center. You want PlayStation movies, you want PlayStation this, that, the third, blah, blah, blah. But it has to make sense. It has to make sense. Now, if this movie is animated, then okay, I can actually stomach this. You know what I'm saying? That's actually way more palatable to me. But if it's live action, if it's anything to do with live action, leave it in the grave. Don't do it. Like, actually don't do it. Because, again, there's things that make sense and there's things that don't make sense. And Hollywood has a real tendency of making a lot of things not make sense and pushing a lot of shit that don't make sense. It's a very, very, very weird situation where it's like, yo, y'all ain't dropping a game, but y'all want to drop a movie. Y'all want to just drop this detail in front of us like this. You dangling a piece of meat in front of our eyes, and it was like, yo, I'm about to like cook on you real quick because you're not giving me what I want, which is the game. You're giving me like this other thing. You're giving me asparagus, bro. I don't even want the asparagus right now. I don't want that. You could have gave it to us after the you know what I'm saying, the thing we're looking for, but you bullshitting. You're bullshitting. So listen, I can already bet somebody's photoshopped Tom Holland's face like onto the goatee, everything that's on Jak. It's gonna kill me. It's gonna kill me, man. Listen, we need to have a real solid focus group about all this shit, man. We really need to have a whole like actual constructive conversation about what games make sense for an adaptation and what doesn't. That's all I'm saying. That's all I want. I want clarity. That's all. Listen, man, it's been a lot, man. It's been a lot, but that was the last topic of the day. Hey, man, we made it through, man. We made it through another episode down. Anything else? Any other news stories before we get on out of here?
I don't have any news stories. Only thing is, Lost Ark comes out, so if you guys are interested in MMOs, that game comes out. I'll probably be playing that because there's too many people around me that are telling me to get it, and it's free, so I'll be on that. And I'll be on a little cool game on Monday. I haven't made the announcement yet, but it's a studio gifted your boy something, so we will be making that announcement hopefully before the end of the weekend.
Big W.
But yeah, other than that, that's really the only thing that's the only thing I got.
Go check out that new trailer for Black Adam. You know what I'm saying? Go show that. There's new footage that dropped on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Hawkman looking fire, got the Fate looking fire.
Oh yeah, the DC thing, yeah.
I think they might have one. You know what I'm saying? The Rock might actually Fingers crossed. They might be on some fire with that shit. But aside from that, we're getting close to Valentine's Day. If anybody, daughter, want to take me out for something like that, send something to my Cash App, that'd be great. You know what I'm saying? Like that'd be dope. Otherwise, I'm out here at work just not doing shit. That'd be nice. You know what I'm saying? If motherfuckers, if anybody could just literally somebody that just DM me mouthful mode and I'll be on it. All right, we'll talk. All right, that's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Anyways, that's all I got for this episode of the No Cooldown podcast. Thank you everybody for listening. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Next week we will be back for episode 10. A lot more news to go. A lot of games to come through the funnel. We got some reviews that we got to talk about with the games down the line. We will let y'all know about that. Otherwise, if you are not hip, please follow us on all social platforms. Again, I'm going to run through it. Wotaku channel on YouTube. Went easy on all of the platforms. For me, that man Tripp on all platforms. For the podcast, it's at No Cooldown Pod on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Let us know what's going on. Let us know how you feel. Let us know what you want to see on next podcast episodes, because yes, we do take suggestions. So please be sure to reach out to us, show us some love. Search us literally No Cooldown on all podcast apps. We are now on Apple Podcasts. Finally, they cleared my damn email. They had me a random ass screening on an email. I don't even know how you do that. Like it's the airport and shit. Anyways, we're there. You know what I'm saying? So all you have to do is search No Cooldown on all podcast platforms: Spotify, Apple, Stitcher, Anchor. Like, we are there. So please search us, rate us highly, and we'll catch you for the next one, man. Go drink y'all water. Go tell people you love them. We out this bitch. We gone, man. No Cooldown out. And that's the recording.
Ooh.
Put out. All right. I'm about to upload this bitch tonight, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm feeling motivated. Oh yeah.
Love that. Love that.
All right, bro. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not. Yeah. Besides that, I'm not doing shit for the rest of the night except for eating food because I have not eaten all day.
That's not good.
Oh shoot! Shout out Trips, bro. I'm about to say, listen, I love asparagus too. I'm not slighting asparagus. I'm just saying for the point. Like, we looking at something else. We focused on something, bro. We were focused on something else. That's not me. I'm just saying for the effect of the, you know what I'm saying, for the point. But yeah, I'm about to do that, and then I might. What adaptation were you talking about? Oh,
Jak and Daxter.
It just got announced this week. Yeah, Jak and Daxter. The dude who's making the Uncharted film, which is already getting like 40% scores on Rotten Tomatoes, which is wild.
I didn't even come out yet. Wait,
exactly.
Has it come out? I don't think it has.
It was some pre-critic shit. Shit though. But like first like reviews have come in and it was starting to score low. I'm not ascribing all my values to Rotten Tomatoes. I already did a video on that shit, like slandering that motherfucker. So that's crazy. They about to pimp all PlayStation IP. Like, bro, for real. Like, again, we talked about this last week. Like, they said, oh, we want to do everything beyond games with Bungie. We want to do stuff beyond games. They're already planning to drop like movie after movie after movie, just dropping them stuff, man. They got Sony Pictures ready to just crank out IP after IP, and it's like, dog, when's quality gonna come into the picture, man? Because I'm like, you just know certain things just don't fit, and it's like it's not feasible. Like this Uncharted shit, like, I know it could be fun, but it's like, yo, it didn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, Tom Holland's there. Okay, cool. That's a big name, but it doesn't make sense necessarily. If it's a young Drake, cool. Don't put him in any situation that has to do with the actual events of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm making too many concessions for these niggas anyways, but in general, it just didn't make sense and shouldn't have happened to me. But, you know, that would have been a great TV series with somebody else as a Nathan Drake, but whatever. That's not my department. And again, like, if you wanted a movie, nigga, just go play the game again, bro. There was a whole action sequence that never stopped. Like, come on now.
Yeah, it's there's franchises that need movies. Like a Destiny movie would be fucking sick. Every expansion could be basically a movie. The way that, well, not every expansion, but like you can make one movie.
A lot of them joints.
Yeah, like you could easily make a movie, and it's a sci-fi shooter. Like it's just cool. Like there's just a lot of things you can do, but like ain't nobody was asking for Uncharted. Nobody was asking for a young Drake. Y'all motherfuckers said, I want to make an Uncharted movie. Tom Holland, probably an Uncharted fan, was like, I want to be in it. And you're like, bro, what if we made him Nathan Drake? And then nobody stopped you guys. And somebody should have.
When you made Marky Mark Sully, that's when I was like, yeah, y'all don't care about nothing, my nigga. Y'all don't care about shit.
No.
Y'all really don't. Like, I could have seen them make some type of, I guess, proper thing with, what's the name? Tom Holland. They could have made it like a more contained setting. You know what I'm saying? He's very, very young. So, you know what I'm saying? You could have just centered it around him actually finding finding the ring necklace, finding the actual, ring that he wears and stuff, and beginning the journey or something like that. Like a little segment in Uncharted 3 where he was like a kid and he was like going through the museum and shit. That would have been dope. But they made it like actually the Uncharted shit. Like, bruh. Like Tripp was like, yo, he wanted to make it James Bond Jr., but they made it into Uncharted. Like, dead ass, bro. He just wanted to make a James Bond film. And I'm like, bro, it's already something for that. There's something that's quintessentially Uncharted, but you can't necessarily, you know what I'm saying, make that it's hard to translate across the screen. And it's already a movie, bro. You could just watch the cutscenes of all Uncharted. It's there. Like, it seemed like a misfire to me. But, we'll see in the movies.
I guess, yeah. I don't even like I'm just sure. Cool. I guess. It's just not it's not well, Captain Tripp just said it's not for fans. You're absolutely right. But the thing is like
it's for the casuals. But even then, it's like it's hard for
you're swimming upstream.
Casuals look it up and it's like, casuals like, yo, we don't even necessarily know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, or do we care for it? It's like, yo, why do we watch? This kind of looks like James Bond, or it's kind of like such and such. We'll just watch that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard for them to break into that unless they have it. But
I think when you make a video game movie not for video game fans, if they would have just made a movie with Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg, that's fine. But when you involve Uncharted, you have to involve certain Uncharted shit to be able to call it Uncharted.
Facts.
And when you do that thing, when you want to like change all this shit from an already existing IP, it's kind of like swimming upstream. Like there's a like this is what everybody expects, but you're like, no, we want to kind of do this though, and it's just, you're just slowing yourself down, in my opinion.
Facts. It's like I agree with you though. It's like, yo, you shoot yourself in the foot a little bit when you make creative decisions that go against certain source material things. I understand there's portions of a game franchise or an IP that cannot be transferable to the movie screen or it's not feasible. That's fine. And that window is getting smaller and smaller as technology gets greater and greater, in my opinion. But that's whatever. I feel like there's a certain adherence you have to go to source material to have like net zero negative discourse when your game has a rollout or your movie has a rollout. Like every time you've seen a video game that has like goes against certain discourse or at least doesn't adhere to the basic principles of a game or certain shit, like Sonic, prime example, when they didn't have shoes for this nigga, they were on their ass about shoes. It was like, bro, y'all better relax, bro. And they fixed it. They was quick. They changed it and boom, everybody was back on their side. And it actually turned out to be a really decent movie. Even though, again, for general audiences, they liked it, but there was always going to be that black cloud over their head because there's going to be people who talk about it because they play the games and they knew what they wanted in a certain extent. But like, it's just basic principles. I'm not talking about nitpicking like word for word the exact same game, but basic principles of what you're seeing. This is like the Marvel movies before the MCU altered for a mainstream audience, but not necessarily in a good way. Sonic is an icon. You can't change him up.
Yeah.
I agree. And there's in no way, shape, or form I'm gonna compare and like call Nathan Drake an icon or nothing like that. Because I'm like, in PlayStation lore, yeah, he is, but in gaming in general, not really. But
he's a white guy.
I'm like, he's a white dude adventurer. Indiana fucking Jones. Indiana Jones. Like, yo, we could have went to the movies and go watch another Indiana Jones. But it's just certain things that felt like, okay, you just tacked these people into an Uncharted story instead of making, how did it blend? How does it actually blend into a really compelling Uncharted story for everything? You know what I'm saying? Like, again, I hear your point. It's for general audiences and for people who might not be familiar with the stuff. But when you tap into that territory of video game movies and adaptations, you got to meet certain basic requirements. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's why I don't know. I don't know, man. And of course, everybody has a different opinion on it. For me, it's like you gotta kind of respect the line a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I know there's gonna be a different opinion, but like I thought the Mortal Kombat movie that came out recently was all right. It was all right. It wasn't great. It wasn't even like crazy good. I thought it was decent because they did certain things to like, again, adhere to some. It was like a movie for like, yo, like, hey, yo, y'all like certain shit. That's cool. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna like make sure y'all have these references, but it can still be a general audience type of thing and explain things in a certain way. They're making another. Yeah, I know they're making a sequel too. I'm like, just don't put Cole in it. I'm not gonna lie. Just put Cole as a side character. Forget that nigga. I'm not gonna lie. That was only like one of the major negatives of that movie. I was like, yeah, bro, I'm not feeling dude at all. I understand he has his blood connected to Scorpion and all that shit. That's great. Just go back to Liu Kang. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it a revenge story. That's cool. Kobe in the game, so dead ass, bro. Oh yeah, nah. The next MK game that they make, he gonna be right there. That's a given. That's a given. You already know what time it is. He gonna be right in that bitch. That's dead honest, man. Like, video game movies are just so tough. They're just honestly so tough because you have to get the best of both worlds every time, or else it's not gonna work. Like, again, the only people that have done it successfully, Detective Pikachu, Sonic. That's probably the only two off the top of my head. That's probably the only two I can think of.
I think Mortal Kombat, even though it wasn't that good, was pretty okay. It could have been a lot worse.
I can count Mortal Kombat. I can count Mortal Kombat. I wouldn't put it to the level of those other two, but
no. I wouldn't say that either. I don't even really. I mean, I don't like Detective Pikachu for my own things, but it was a good video game movie for sure. For sure.
I know people love the shit, so I was like, oh, okay. Like there was people on both sides that loved the shit, and that's all I knew. I was like, okay, cool. It could be perceived as actually like successful because it wasn't like, okay, the general side loved it, but then all the gamers hated who actually played it, and then it wasn't like a vice versa thing. And so I was like, okay, cool. People actually like was like feeling it on both ends, so I would consider it success.
Yeah, I feel that. I agree with that.
I don't know what else though aside from that, bro. I was like.
There really isn't, because there haven't been many video game movies in general.
Facts.
Maybe Final Fantasy Kingsglaive. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun, but not many people like that either.
Okay.
But
is that like live action or animated?
No, it's CGI.
It's the animated.
Yeah,
the CGI ones. Yeah, those I don't necessarily count, and I know that's messed up, but I don't count them because like they're their own separate thing. Because those movies are actually fire. The Final Fantasy joints are actually pretty heat.
Yeah,
but it's like not like pure live action like you see humanoid by like you know what I'm saying like film camera and shit like you know what I mean.
No.
Those are fire. Those are fire. What else, bro? I'm not gonna lie. I see video game movies. I can only think of the shit ones, bro. And it's like that's a tough perception to break. It's like the thing is like battle rappers can't make good music. It's like literally like that stigma. It's like yo, you've already set the precedent with people who are like terrible with terrible ass movies, bro. Like oh gosh, I literally cannot get the Street Fighter movie, not the '90s one. The '90s one was bad, but it was also like so bad that it's good. So I'll give that a pass. But not that one. But what's the name? Oh shit! By the way, why the fuck did they make Jean-Claude Van Damme Guile? A French dude is a whole American commando. That was the funniest thing ever.
The same reason they made Tom Holland Nathan Drake is because it's a big name who wanted to be a part of it probably, and they were like,
these niggas did not care. I'm like, bro,
let's cash out.
You mean Colonel Guile, like from America, like with the comb and the aviators, like a American with the tattoo of the flag? Okay. I'm only giving that movie a pass because Raul Julia did M. Bison before he died for his kids. That's the only reason I'm giving that movie a pass because just for that purpose, literally.
Right.
What's it called? There was like a mid 2000s or 2010s version of Street Fighter that was like Chun-Li's story or some shit.
Yeah, I didn't remember that.
That was garbage.
I remember it got released, and I remember saying to myself, never watching that, and here I am.
Yeah,
still kept to that.
I watched some of that garbage. I didn't finish it, thank God. What else? There was a fucking King of Fighters. There was a King of Fighters movie. Yes, there was. I think it was a King of Fighters and a Tekken movie. Both of them not good at all. Like straight hot dog water. That shit was ass. What else? I don't even want to talk about the Mortal Kombat movies. They don't count. They're like so bad that they're good. I'm gonna put them in Street Fighter category. They go that way. Actually, wait a minute. Only the first one does. Mortal Kombat Annihilation. The second one, ass. That shit was ass. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why they made Raiden the whole ass. They made that was the same dude from Too Fast, Too Furious. I was pissed off when I noticed that connection. I'm like, you the same cop from Too Fast, Too Furious, nigga. How was you messing with Tyrese and them? And, nah, bro, you can't be the God of Thunder, bro. You can't be that. I don't know, bro. But listen, I'm about to press stop on this fucking stream, man. Yeah. Are you on tomorrow before the pod, or are you just chilling?
Tomorrow I usually hang out with Rose, so I'm probably not gonna be on before the pod. So I'll probably swing in like 15-20 minutes beforehand.
All right, bet.
Yeah, but I'll be around definitely Monday and throughout the week.
All right, bet. Say less. Yeah, literally, I'm like, hopefully I'm gonna iron out a lot of content shit over the week, so I don't have to do a bunch of recording unless it's like Sifu. And then besides that, just straight like Apex ranked, and other shit. Probably more Mass Effect 3. But yeah, we gotta get on it. But yeah, I'm about to cut this damn stream off. Hey, appreciate y'all. We will be back tomorrow morning with shit. And yeah,
Tomorrow
we
morning?
going, bruh. Yes. Wait, tomorrow's Saturday, right?
Tomorrow Saturday, yeah.
Yes, I probably will be live tomorrow morning.
Oh, you'll be live. Yes.
I was like,
Yeah, me.
I thought
Me.
the
Me.
podcast.
Now
I was like, oh,
no, that's fine. Nah, it's after the shit that Negus is doing.
yeah.
No. But we going. I'm out.